looking ahead to 2019, there is an extremely high level of optimism from marketers that across the board they believe their budgets will increase, and they will increase their budget allocation across most of the major areas of marketing spend. It's incredibly important that CMOs are alive to the environment in which their marketing plans and budgets exist. And I think just blindly believing that your budget will continue to grow and that you will continue to grow your investment across capabilities without having a view to both the competitive and also the economic outlook it's not a good thing to do. Well, being a Brit, I am constantly concerned about the outcome of Brexit, for example, but it goes way beyond that. We have trade disputes and tariffs that have come into effect in 2018, which have yet to really had their impact felt. We have a degree of uncertainty now in emerging markets. But looking into these are things that have happened in 2018. Looking ahead to 2019, it does not feel like things are going to get much more stable. And what is important that CMOs recognize is that they don't exist in a vacuum, that marketing is not immune to these pressures, and that they need to be alive to the same sort of macro-environmental pressures that their CEOs and CFOs are also worrying about. You protect yourself as a CMO by having a good proactive cost optimization strategy. That oftentimes that CMOs only think about optimizing costs when they're asked to reduce their budget. But if you've already got a lean and efficient marketing operation in the first instance, that you are much more able to defend your budgets, you're much more able to demonstrate the return you deliver to the organization. The second thing that you need to do is you need to move away from the kind of traditional marketing metrics that look at kind of things that are obscure to the organization, things like awareness alone, and shift towards a mix of metrics that show the financial benefit that CMOs deliver to the broader enterprise. So how do you link awareness to revenue and market share? How do you show how that demonstrates towards greater profitability? There's like any other function in the organization, marketing needs to be able to show that it is a value driver, not a cost center. So as you head towards 2019, building those clearer links between marketing operations and investments and business returns is essential. The interesting thing from the survey data this year has been that really the kind of workhorse channels still continue to be very well funded. Take search, for example. Search is a very long tenured part of the marketing mix. But if you look at the amount of budget which is still allocated to search, either in paid search or search engine optimization, about 10% of the marketing budget is being allocated towards that right now. And if you look at the total that's allocated to things like website, email, and search, that a substantial amount of the marketing budget in 2018, 2019 is still going to these channels, and marketers expect that this will grow in the year ahead as well. We are seeing big changes in the way that marketing organizations are organized. Now, an interesting thing beyond the survey is that I take an awful lot of client questions around marketing organization design. But one of the interesting things is that we have seen over the previous years of the CMO spend survey fluctuations in the amount of budget that's being allocated to in-house labor and to marketing agencies. And there are some interesting shifts in what marketing agencies do and how they compete with other marketing service providers as well. So one of the challenges is not just understanding the near 50% of your marketing budget that goes towards labor and services, but it's also understanding what is the right balance. How it's not just a simple question around, do I in-house this capability or do I put it out to an agency? There's often complex situations in between that, and how you can get the right receiving mechanism in the organization for the strategic capabilities that your agencies are providing, or how you can make sure that you have got a great media agency who has got a good client in the organization who's able to build fantastic briefs and question the strategies that are put to them. So there is interesting dynamics in marketing organization, and we'll continue to see that shift as we go into 2019. So the CMO Spend Survey is a piece of research that is for Gartner clients. If you want to get access to that, it is available as a piece of research on Gartner.com. We have a great interactive tool that you can use also to dig into the data. If you're not a Gartner client and you want to learn more about it beyond the material that we've talked about in this video today, reach out to Gartner and we can have a conversation with you about how we can help.